You're listening to the Happy Tracks podcast. In this episode, we discuss how tapping into your feminine energy by being more sensual empowers you to feel more self-worth, self-love, and ditch the self-doubt. This is going to be a juicy one, so stay tuned. Hey, I'm Taylor, founder of the travel blog Taylor's Tracks, personal development junkie, and pursuer of happiness. I help women have breakthrough experiences so that you can live a happier and healthier life that is so good you won't need a vacation from it. I believe that happiness is an inside job, so this podcast is dedicated to delivering weekly actionable tips that combine spirituality, personal development, and well-being practices that will help you live your best life, find pure joy every day, and realize your true power. Are you ready to meet your best self? Let's get started. This is the Happy Tracks podcast. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to the podcast. I have an episode in store for you today that I have had so much resistance to recording, which just proves that I need to record it so much more. And it's on a topic that I have been digging into myself for a while, that I haven't really wanted to share because I think that I'm going to get a lot of judgment for it. And if I do, that's totally okay, because I believe this is my truth and that I need to share this, and that someone, if it's not you, someone who is listening to this, and it's probably you, will need to hear this message and will need to understand this, because I cannot explain how much more happy I feel, how much more, not even happiness, but myself I feel from really learning how to tap into my feminine energy, learning how to listen to myself, my mind, body, and my soul, putting them all together, connecting all of this. It's that connection that has helped me to gain the confidence and the feeling of empowerment, and I just feel so damn powerful. Like I'm completely unstoppable. And every single woman on this planet should feel this way. You should feel that you have so much power inside you already, that you can tackle the day with ease, you can make decisions easily, you can have whatever you want, you can be whoever you want, you can do whatever you want. And as women, a lot of this, or we have a lot more to work through than men do typically, especially when it comes to embracing our more powerful side, embracing what is our true, I keep saying power. That's what I relate to more. And that's what I think a lot of women want to feel, but don't necessarily admit to themselves that they do want to feel, in fear of throwing maybe men off and throwing other women off. Like, why is it okay for a man to be powerful and to be described as powerful, but as women, as soon as we become powerful, we're too much? And I am so sick of people telling me that I'm too much. I'm a strong, independent woman, and there is nothing to be ashamed about for that. So if you identify as a strong, independent woman, or if you're someone who is maybe in hiding and just wants to step into her power, to step into the true person and soul that you're supposed to be, that you want to be, that you technically already are, you just haven't accessed it yet, oh my God, you're going to love this episode. So let's dig in. One of the reasons why I wanted to record this episode for you in the first place was because I've been asking women what's stopping them from achieving true happiness. And I usually ask, what are the top 3 things that are stopping you from achieving happiness? And maybe take a second now, pause this episode and just think to yourself, what is it that's holding me back from truly being happy? Take it seriously. Think about it for a second. And what most people or what most women tell me is holding them back are themselves. Women are recognizing that they have access to happiness, that they can be happy, but they're not letting themselves be. And most commonly, the term that women are telling me is what's holding them back is their own self-doubt. They're doubting that they have it inside them already to make decisions easily, to be confident, to do and be whoever you want to be. And there is no reason why we should have all this self-doubt in the world, especially for women. Well, I mean, technically there is a reason. Just look at the freaking media and marketing that we see in the world. And of course, women feel like we have to shrink and hide ourselves in order to fit in and be what society deems as normal. But those days are over. Women are stepping up now. They are embracing who they're supposed to be. And I am all for this movement. And if you're listening to this episode, if you're still listening, you want to be a part of this movement as well. You want to be as happy as you can be and live your best goddamn life every freaking day and have so much self-worth and confidence in yourself that you can do and be anything. And if I can do it, if I can tap into this and feel this power, you can do too. If I can sit here and record this podcast talking about this subject, it means it needs to be worked on. It means you and I are not the only ones who need to understand this message and to work on it, to work on ourselves, to be the best freaking version of ourselves. Because when you become the best version of yourself, you encourage other people to be the best versions of themselves as well. By you stepping into your power, by you showing your confidence, by you being who you truly are, you're opening up the stage for other women and proving to them that they can do the same thing as well. How freaking powerful and special is that? So it's not just you having to work on you. Yes, you have a responsibility to be true to yourself, to do this for yourself, but you have a responsibility on a global scale to show this for other women as well, to show this to your cousin, to your sister, to be the role model for your daughters, for the people that are working with you. You are a role model to yourself and others every single day. Do you want to be encouraging people to stay in their self-doubt, to stay small, to not reach their full potential and capacity? Do you want to feel that? No. So, getting a little bit more specific on today's topic. If you saw the word sensuality, it may have thrown you off a little bit. Because when you see the word sensual, and I was like this as well, to quite honestly a few weeks ago, I was just like, ooh, that's like sex, right? Like, that's a really sexy word. That's like a woman being like, oh, how do I describe this? As a woman using her body and her sensuality to draw men in. That's what I thought sensuality was. But damn, girl, was I ever wrong. Sensuality is really just learning how to tap into your feminine energy. And your feminine energy is learning how to slow the fuck down. Because we live in a world where it's so dominated by masculine energy. It's do, and there's no stopping ever. It's how to be the most efficient. How can I get more done? And it's showing us that our self-worth only comes from our accomplishments. It only comes from achieving our goals. It only comes from when we finish something. And when we live in a world that has social media like we do, it's so easy to get online and compare ourselves and see everything that everyone else is doing and want to do that. It's all so filled with masculine energy, and I am fucking sick of this world being run by men, being created by men, and women are just being forced to fit in. I'm so freaking over it. So, your feminine energy is learning how to slow down, how to feel, how to listen. If you're tapping into your feminine energy, it doesn't mean that you're going to accomplish less. It doesn't mean you're not going to get shit done. It means that you're going to take the time to relax. You're going to learn how to recharge. And then when it's time to get shit done and push out and do what you need to do, you're going to do it with so much more energy, power, intuition, and most importantly, ease. Stepping into your feminine, embracing your feminine energy. Oh my God, it's a gift. As women, we're so lucky to be able to have this. And men have feminine energy as well. Let me be clear that women can have, or they can have male, how do I word this? Let me be clear that females can have masculine energy as their dominant energy. And males can have their feminine energy as their dominant energy. Personally, I have more masculine energy than I do feminine. But learning how to embrace my feminine energy, learning how to step into it and to just back off and not be masculine and do all the time, not trying to force myself to only stay in that energy, has done wonders for my business, for my life, for my mental health, for my physical health. So embracing your sensuality is learning to and accepting your feminine energy. You can do this by slowing things down. Let's start with doing things in a non-sexual way. I mean, if you want to do all these things sexually, go for it. All the power to you. I believe that's great. If you don't want to, then that's totally cool as well. Sensuality can be sipping slowly on a glass of wine, taking the time to actually smell the wine, slowly let it come into your mouth, actually feel the taste on your tongue. This can be the same for food, whether it's an apple or a chocolate chip cookie. Sensuality is really about embracing all of your senses. It's learning to feel everything. As women, we feel, or a lot of the times we're taught not to feel, to shut off, or want to push our emotions away, our feelings away. But that's so wrong. Our emotions aren't good or bad. They're just telling us what we need to pay attention to. And a lot of the times what they're telling us is to slow the F down. So I encourage you to try just doing things slowly by just focusing on what's at hand, what your task is. Yeah, I know women are freaking great at multitasking, but we need to drop that shit. It means so much more when we give our full attention to something, when we use all of our senses to focus in on one thing and truly be with what it is we're doing and who we're being. This is slowing down. This is sensuality. This is embracing your feminine energy, and this is what's going to get you to own your self-worth, to teach yourself that you are worthy of everything you desire, of happiness, of power, anything, of love. You are so capable of having everything that you want, everything that you desire, and slowing down, taking the time to listen and to do things with purpose is what's going to help you feel this self-worth. I know a lot of women don't necessarily identify with the term self-worth. They know that they have self-doubt, but they don't see the opposite side of the spectrum being self-worth. Because most people are like, yeah, I'm worthy. But most people don't really think deep enough about it. So let's use a term that's more common, something that's a bit of a buzzword lately, and that's self-love. Giving yourself the time to be sensual, to focus on something, to slow down is self-love. Listening to yourself, listening to your body, listening to your womb, or listening to your yoni even. Yoni is your sacred place. It's your girly parts, your vagina, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go into an episode that goes way deeper on this, but this has been something that I've been exploring lately. Being able to listen to different parts of your body. And your yoni, that's where women, we hold all of our power. If you can work on that, if you can be sensual with your yoni as well, you can do this in a loving way. It does not have to be sexual either. By understanding to listen to your yoni, it's really just like another brain on the body. Like your yoni can tell you so many different things if you learn how to tap into it, if you learn how to read it and how to listen. Because your body will shut down and tell you no before your mind will. As women, we're always taught to say yes, but your body knows. Your body will say no to certain things. So that's something I'll get deeper into another time. But listening to yourself, being slow, is really a form of self-love. And when you give yourself the time and the space to care for yourself, to love yourself, that's when you're going to grow your worth. That's when you're going to understand that you truly are worth your own time and energy. And it's a little bit sad to think about that there's so many women out there, myself included at the time, that I didn't think I was worth my own time or energy. I was always working out so I could be skinnier, so that I'd look better for other people. Stuff like that. And I 100% know I'm not alone in doing things for other people. And I used to have so little self-worth. But it was tapping into and understanding self-love that really got me to understand my self-worth and get over my self-doubt. When I started connecting my mind, body, and soul was when I started understanding how powerful I already am. But it was when I started understanding and looking more into feminine energy that things really started to make sense. That I really started to understand how powerful and special it is to be a woman. And it wasn't until that I really tapped into my sensuality and began to listen did I truly understand my self-worth and how freaking unstoppable I am. And if I'm unstoppable, if I can do this work, you can. You can absolutely know what it's like to feel so goddamn worthy of everything, to never second guess or question anything you want ever again. $50 million, a boyfriend with a six-pack, owning a company, that epic vacation, whatever it is you desire, I'm here to share that tapping into your feminine energy by embracing your sensuality, which is just slowing down and using all of your senses. This is what's going to help you uncover and unlock your true power and potential so that you can be a role model for yourself and for all the women around you. Simply put, sensuality is just connecting all of you. It's connecting all of your senses. It's using the tools that you have within you already to tap into your highest self, to be the best version of yourself that you so desperately desire to be. This topic gets me so freaking fired up because I just want every woman to understand out there that you are so incredible already. And together as a collective, if all women were to work on this, imagine how powerful we would all be together. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up because I've been going on about it for a little while, and I think you understand the point that I'm getting at here. I know you understand that you are worthy of everything and that your self-doubt is just you holding yourself back. But it's also only you who can get yourself to understand your worth, your power, and unlock it. So, if this is something that you'd like to do, that you'd like to work on, I'd like to offer you a free meditation. It's not very long, it's about 10 minutes of helping you tap into your true power through your sensuality already. Don't worry, it's very simple, it's very easy. It's a guided visualization / meditation, and you can get this just by reviewing this podcast. So all you have to do is review the podcast, give it a rating, take a screenshot, and then send that screenshot to happytrackspodcast@gmail.com. Again, all you have to do is review the podcast, give it a rating, take a screenshot, and send it to happytrackspodcast@gmail.com. I'll put the email in the show description just in case as well, and you'll get this meditation absolutely free and be able to tap into your own inner power and your feminine energy and your sensuality with just 10 minutes a day. I recommend doing it every day. You don't have to, but try and do it right when you wake up in the morning or in the evening, and it's really, really powerful because then it starts plugging into your subconscious mind. So I'd love to give it to you. Just shoot me that email with the screenshot and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you loved this episode or you want to know more about anything that I've talked about or have any questions, I'm happy to chat or give you some resources that you can begin checking out for yourself as well. For some self-study, just send me a DM on Instagram @TaylorsTracks. And if you love this episode or this podcast, take a screenshot, tag me, and post it on your Instagram stories so we can get this word out and help just raise the vibe of woman around the globe, because we're in this together. And remember, it's your responsibility to work on yourself so that you can help other people as well. You inspire others every day, whether you think so or not. You can find more content always on Instagram at Taylor's Tracks or on taylorstracks.com. Thank you so much, beautiful souls, for joining me for another episode. And remember, you have the power and self-worth inside you already to get and be whoever you desire to be. I'll talk to you next week, beautiful people.